WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy, brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
Yo, what is good, man? So today I got y'all with a dope Jason Tatum build, another glitch build, and it's a little bit better than the last one I made. The last one I made was 6'9", this one's 6'10", has a lot more in the bag, way more just crazy of a build. So first things first, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna keep the bangers coming. But with this build, we are gonna start out with the actual glitch itself, and you have to go small forward. Hand this is up to you, jersey number is up to you. You know, ain't nothing changed but the day of the week, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and edit these body settings off rip. You wanna go 1.97, you're gonna max out the weight, take the wingspan up to 2.19, and for the body shape we can go to burly. And then as y'all have seen before, man, you just gotta max out the build. Go ahead and fill out all the stats. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through this part. Well, actually I'm not gonna even fast forward. I'm gonna just go through it, make sure y'all can keep up with it. So go ahead and do that, max out the build, edit the build as soon as you make it. You know, we don't care about those takeovers or nothing like that. Go ahead and edit the build. We're gonna go back into the main menu and put it back on Imperial, because we do need to, you know, do this a few times. This process is a little long, but trust me, it is so worth it. This build is so much better than, you know, like the regular build you would get if you just tried to go 6'10" with a 6'10" wingspan, kind of like this build is going to be at the end. And I even go through that, you know, show you the differences between the two builds, because I want to make sure I'm nice and clear with what I'm doing. Now we're gonna go back into the build itself. We will be editing the height. Once again, we're gonna take it up to 6'8", take the body shape to defined, and that's it. That's it for that part. And then we just gonna do the same thing that we always do after we edit the build. Go ahead and max it out one more time. Put the stats anywhere. This build does not matter. Takeovers do not matter. And we're gonna go ahead and do this once again. We will be finishing this build and go ahead and getting right into the next little step of this process. So go ahead and edit the build, go back out to the main menu, go back into the settings. You already know what we got to do. We got to put this thing back in metric, bro. I don't know why we got to do all these steps to get these glitch builds, but it is what it is. Now we can go ahead and get back into it. We got to go back to that same file, edit it again. So we can go find that small forward, go ahead and edit the build. Yes, we want it to be a rebirth. I don't understand why you wouldn't ever want it to be a rebirth, but that's neither here nor there. Now we're gonna edit the height. We're gonna take it down to 1.97 again. We're gonna leave the weight right where it is, but we will be taking the wingspan up just a little bit. We're gonna take it to 2.21, make the body shape burly again. And this is like, we're almost to the end, bro. Thank y'all for sticking with me. If you've been with me this whole time, you know, go ahead and max out the build again. You already know what we gotta do, man. Gotta max that build out. So once again, takeovers do not matter. We're gonna skip right through that. We're gonna go ahead and finish up the build. Gives you a finisher. We don't care about that. We're gonna go ahead and wait for that button to pop up, edit the build one more time. And then we're gonna go ahead, right back out to settings. Go ahead and put that thing back in Imperial once again. And I think this is the last step, if I'm not mistaken. All right, man, now that we do have the glitch done, so for the body settings on this build, you want to go 6'10", 190 pounds with a 6'10" wingspan. To make sure you can get that weight to 190 pounds, you're gonna have to go down and change the body shape to slight before you know, put everything else down, because it's gonna stop you at 195. But that's neither here nor there. We gonna keep going with the build video, man. Now, all right, first things first, we're gonna start on the finishing. One thing I do want to add to this build is quite a bit of finishing, man. You can't be Tatum without the finishing. So we're gonna go 5. Well, with the close shot, we can go ahead and go with 58. With the driving layup, we are gonna go with 85. I know I really only got to get 80 to get those not pro, but to get like the nice layup animations and all that other stuff. But I wanted to make sure I can get something extra special on this build, because this build is a monster. Now for the driving dunk and the standing dunk, we're gonna go with an 80 for both of those, man. And that's gonna give us 20 20 finishing badges. I just want to make sure that I have this build nice and balanced, my boy. So all right, for the mid-range shot, we are going to go with 88. Now, if you do want to sacrifice a little bit of shooting, this is a good place to do it. I'm going with 88 personally because I do want to have blinders on gold. And I'm going with an 86 for the three-pointer because, you know, if you drop below 85, you only get stop and pop on silver, and I really want to make sure I have that on my builds. It is a badge that I use constantly, couldn't do without it, man. And that gives you 29 of them there shooting badges, man. And we also gonna put the free throw up kind of high because we are gonna have a lot of extra points left over. So I went up to an 80 because, you know, I typically stay between that range of like 65 and 70, but at 80, bro, you should not be missing anything if you want to get a butter free throw. And this is just another gem that I'm dropping in the video. You can go ahead and put Michael Jordan's release on, man. That release does not miss, especially with the real player percentage on. It's pretty much a cheat code if you ask me, but with that 80, it's gonna be butter whole time. Now the pass accuracy, to make sure this is a JT build, I know he's been struggling lately, but he has still been slinging the ball around, so we're gonna give him an 85 with that. We only can get up to a 79 on the ball handle. Even if we drop the wingspan 1 and go below 6'10 and get that to a 6'9, it doesn't put the ball handle up anymore. I think at 6'10 they trying to stop you from getting all them pro dribble moves, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna keep it moving, and with the speed of the ball, we're gonna take that all the way up. You only get a silver quick first step, but at 6'10, having a silver quick first step is honestly crazy. Now, in order for this to really be a Jason Tatum build, we're gonna have to put this defense up something crazy. So we're gonna go with a 77 on the interior defense. The perimeter, we're gonna take that up to an 86. The steal, we're gonna put that up to a 60, man, because we do want to make sure that we have interceptor on silver. You want to make sure you have interceptor on silver. You really got to be able to play the passing lanes. Now for the block, we're gonna take that all the way up. We're gonna put that up to an 85. You see these defensive badges going crazy on this build. We're going to leave offensive rebound alone. Let that be a 45. But on that defensive rebound, you definitely want to put that all the way up and get that 75. You know, like always, I cannot forget the physicals, man. We're gonna take that all the way up. I'm talking about a 78 for the speed, a 76 for the acceleration, a 51 for the strength, a 75 for the vertical, man. I do want to make sure I can get some nice dunks on this build. I understand we don't get the contacts, but hey, man, I ain't too worried about that. This build can do it all. Like, as long as you can get that clean look at the lane, you're 6'10", put that limitless takeoff a little bit high, you'll be able to make that dunk. Just trust me on that. Now look, the badge count comes out to 20, 29, 24, and 20, man. And that's already 93 badges. I have 8 extras. I don't know how many you have, but that gives this build a 101 badge point count, man. That's a crazy build. Now, all right, we can go ahead and look at these takeovers. These are the 2 that I'm gonna be using, but if you want to use something different, you got the, you know, the shot creating, you got the sharp shooting, you got a little bit of, you got both lockdown badges, you know what I'm saying? You get the perimeter lockdown and the rim protector lockdown. This build can do anything you wanted to do. Make sure you get that mama mentality so you can change your badge or change your takeover as often as you like. But for me, these are the 2 I will go with. For one, pull up precision, because I want to hit those difficult shots for sure, and limitless range just to space the floor out. But that's just my playstyle, man. As I always say, make sure your takeovers match your playstyle. Now, all right, we can go ahead and continue. I'm gonna show you what this build comes out at. It is a 2-way sharpshooter, man. Shades of OG Anunoby, Jason Tatum, and Peja Stojakovic. I honestly feel like those are very solid comparisons. But all right, we can go ahead and test this build so I can show you some of the things that I would put in order to make this build be the best for me as far as badges go. So for the badges, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. Of course, I'm gonna be using limitless takeoff. Posterize is definitely something you want to do. If you plan on using this build a little bit more in the interior, like if you really just got a baby on you down there, rise up would definitely be for you, but I'm gonna hold that off until I put my other badges on that I always love to have. Slithery finisher is definitely something I want to do. Definitely rise up, unstrippable, and we just got so many badges on this build. I'm gonna go ahead and put Lob City on there and put Fearless and Mouse in the House, both, because like I said, at the 3, you will likely have a mismatch. Because as far as size goes, this is a pretty big small forward, man. At 6'10", you're probably gonna be a little bit bigger than a guy guarding you. Now, all right, for the shooting badges, you know, this is probably one of my favorite badge categories, man. Shooting will definitely get me right every time, you know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and put blinders on gold, stop and pop, put that on gold. I do want to use this build in order to dribble a little bit more than most people probably would. We are going to put slippery off ball on there. I like dead eye. I like to have catch and shoot on just bronze. I don't feel like that's one of those badges that you need super high. Sniper, put that on Hall of Fame, put hot zone on there. And then for the last badge, this one's really up to you. It depends on how you want to use this build. You can either go with the limitless spot up, you know what I'm saying? You can get that on gold, or you can put the difficult shots on. It really just depends on your play style. But for me, it'll definitely be limitless spot up. I like shooting the ball from deep, bro. It's like the most satisfying thing to watch that ball go in. You got people trying to guard you damn near half court like you Steph Curry or something, you know what I'm saying? Get crazy with the badges. Make sure you can have fun with the build too. It's not all about playing, you know, with the meta. Now, all right, for the playmaking badges, I would always suggest making sure you put the priorities on first. So that's bullet passer for sure, handles for days, quick first step. We're gonna need unpluckable on this build. I will be dribbling. If you do plan on rebounding, like let's say you wanted to take this build to the park or something, then I would suggest putting break starter on there. But then all of the rest of the badges after that are really just completely up to you. I'm gonna put space creator, needle threader, probably tight handles. Go ahead and put dimer and bailout on there. I really like to have those two badges, especially because I mean I got vision, so I'm normally dishing to people trying to find that open man, and on this build you are going to attract a lot of attention. So make sure when you dishing that ball to the open man, you give them a little boost with dimer, you know what I'm saying? I like to run with pretty much all shooters. So you know, one other badge that I would suggest if you feel like you need some extra badges, triple threat juke does work. It gets quite a bit of stuns, man. So if you're looking for something to give you a little bit of edge, throw a little something new in your game, maybe add another trick to the bag, I would highly suggest triple threat juke. Now, all right, this is probably where I would put all, and I mean all of my extra badges, because this build is so diverse. You can do so much, but with only 20 badges, you might be missing out on a little bit of something. Now, I like to put ankle braces on at least silver on any build that has to play perimeter defense, and at the 3, maybe the 4, you will probably have to do that. So this is something you want to do. Definitely put ankle braces on. Brick wall if you want to set screens. I am going to put intimidator on kind of high. I don't anticipate having to, dodge too many picks, but I might have to play down low just a little bit. I'm gonna post move lockdown. I definitely love having tireless defender on there. Rebound chaser for sure. Pickpocket, I don't need that right now. Now I'm just kind of going over the basics. I am gonna put chase down on there. We're gonna put clamps and interceptor on there. We're gonna put box on bronze, and then for the last one, we're gonna go ahead and put rim protector. Like I said, this is why I would use all of my extra badges to go ahead and put them on defense, because there's just a couple things that you're missing. Like you got that high block, you might want pogo. You definitely want off ball in this build. Hustler is definitely something to think about, and menace for sure is a dope badge, as well as brick wall, because this build would be a nightmare in the pick and roll. The pick and roll, pick and pop, this build can really do it all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, man. I will catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. But before you get up out of here, do me a favor. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the other videos on my channel, man. I have builds for days. If you can't find a perfect build, let me know in the comment section, man. We'll see if we can get something made for you. But all right, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the